The Russian Federation spans 11 time zones, covering everything from the subarctic stretches of Siberia to the Black Earth agricultural regions in the south. On any given morning, temperatures across the country can fluctuate by as much as 70 degrees. Despite these geographic extremes, a consistent daily rhythm provides a structure for nearly 140 million people. It's a schedule designed to navigate the logistical challenges of a continental climate. For most, that rhythm begins around 6:30 a.m. with Sovtruck. In a climate where the heating stays on for 7 months a year, breakfast is less about convenience and more about caloric fuel. This usually means kasha, a thick porridge, or butterbrots, open-faced sandwiches with cheese, cold cuts, or fish. The Russian morning is a period of preparation. You eat a high-energy breakfast because the exterior environment demands a significant physical output just to get through the commute. In major cities like Moscow and Saint Petersburg, the standard professional day begins with a deep descent into the metro. These systems are hyper-efficient, with trains arriving every 90 seconds to move millions toward the center. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, the vaktovik, or rotation worker, wakes up in a remote Arctic trailer. For them, the commute is a few steps into a 12-hour shift at a resource extraction site, in total isolation from the rest of civilian society. Navigating these environments requires more than just physical layers. Whether underground or on the tundra, the public sphere is approached with a specific psychological composure. You'll notice a distinct lack of casual small talk or smiling on a Russian street. It is a neutral, focused expression designed to maintain personal boundaries and conserve energy in crowded or harsh conditions. In this context, the public space is treated as a zone of transit and endurance. It is a space you move through efficiently, keeping the outside world at a respectful distance. The official workday traditionally starts at 9 a.m. While the standard work week is 40 hours, many sectors, from IT to heavy industry, regularly see employees staying late to handle uncompensated overtime or complex shift handovers. This demanding schedule extends to the youth. Russian students often face an intensive academic load, and because most schools lack personal lockers, they must carry their entire day's worth of heavy textbooks to every lesson and then back home again. This illustrates the two-shift system used to manage overcrowding in urban schools. By staggering morning and afternoon blocks, a single building can accommodate double its intended student capacity in a single day. After the formal bell rings, many children move directly into krushti. These are specialized, often state-funded extracurricular clubs, where students spend several more hours honing skills in robotics, martial arts, or music. These systems in both work and education prioritize a high-volume, consistent output. They are structured to move a vast population through a rigorous and predictable daily cycle. Between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., the country pauses for abed. This is the main meal of the day, a sit-down event that is significantly heavier than a standard Western lunch. A traditional abed is a 3-course affair. It starts with the pervo, a hot soup, followed by the vtoro, a main dish of meat with potatoes or grains, and ends with a drink, often tea or a fruit-based compote. For the worker and the student, this meal is a practical necessity. It provides the sustained energy required to finish the final, often more intensive hours of the Russian day. The workday generally ends around 6 p.m., triggering a massive migration back into the residential apartment blocks that define the Russian skyline. Crossing the threshold of the home marks the most significant shift of the day. As outdoor boots are swapped for topachki, or slippers, the physical barrier between the public and private worlds is finally removed. This transition allows for the removal of the stoic, formal persona required on the street. It's a move from the necessary composure of the outside to the relaxed atmosphere of the interior. In Russian life, the inside is a protected social environment. It is where the formalities of the city are left behind for a more authentic and personal register. The family gathers in the kitchen for ujin, or supper. Unlike the living room, the kitchen functions as the true social center of the home, where daily frustrations and future plans are shared. This is where the evening slows down. The atmosphere shifts to one of warmth and conversation, typically centered around an endless supply of tea, sweets, and often long philosophical discussions. This focus on the private retreat extends into the summer with the dacha. Millions leave the cities for these seasonal cottages to work the earth and spend time with family in a more rural, self-sufficient setting. A normal day in Russia is defined by this contrast. It is a cycle of enduring the necessary formalities of the public sphere to reach the genuine warmth and conversation found back at the kitchen table.